Hey everybody, and welcome back. I am doing another live stream. I'm trying to see how often I want to do them. So I'm trying a lot this week to see if it works. And if it's not working, then maybe I'll try something else. We'll see. So today, the topic I want to talk about is distractions. And excuse me, I have no makeup on today. You guys, I have no makeup. I just got to a point today, I'm like, I just can't even. It's really cold where I'm at, and it shouldn't be this cold. It should not be this cold. It's wrong, and I'm over it. I'm over all the weather, so it makes me over a lot of things. But, so excuse my lack of makeup. So if you're wondering if I really look like this is what I really look like. So, I started thinking about distractions today. And I laugh every time I get a client and they come to me and they tell me that they want to do their art. Like that's what they want to do. They're a musician or an actor or a dancer or what have you. And then they tell me about their career path and they say, well, then I decided to be a foot doctor. Wait, what? Or I decided to be a paralegal or something completely unrelated. And as I'm listening to the story, they always have a reason. Like, do not underestimate how much a human can rationalize anything. Humans can rationalize anything. And when I'm hearing it, I'm just like, okay, so I can see how they're kind of connected, sort of, but how'd you go from here to there? And they always have like some crazy story. So I always challenge people and say, okay. Usually the reason they do that is because the thought process is, I'll get into my art through a back-end entrance. Like, I'll just kind of go around and do something that supports that art, and then from there, then I'll be able to do the thing after I make enough money or establish myself, and then I'll do the thing. Which, I say, okay, well, that's one way to do it, or you can just do the thing. You just go for the thing. Like, just start there. And then, if you want to do some sort of other side industry, that's one thing. But usually, that works a little better. And I can give you an example, because I'm not only the founder, I am a client. From my own life, and I laugh, and it's kind of ridiculous, and I wonder if anyone that knew me from back then will remember this. So, when I moved to New York right after college, and I was going to take New York City by storm, because as so amazing as an actress. I am amazing now as an actress, but back then I was not amazing as an actress. I'm just going to put that out there. I still had a lot to learn and grow into. So I moved to New York City and lived in Astoria, Queens. What? Yeah, Astoria. And I, as happens, had trouble finding work because I had no idea how to market. I had no idea how to approach this from business standpoint. My mindset was totally, completely out of whack. I didn't know what I was doing. I had all these blockages. It was crazy. And right at the first audition, like the first week, the first few bad auditions, I was like, nope, can't do it. Yep, everyone was right. I'm never going to be able to make it. I'm never going to be able to make it. Instead of pushing through and persevering, because I didn't know any better and I just assumed that everybody was right. Like, I went to a week's worth of auditions. Those that are currently auditioning, it's laughable to think about. So after just a few auditions that didn't go well, I said, I have a better plan. This will be a much better choice. And all of my family and friends supported me on this because they also didn't know better. They're like, sure, okay, that sounds great. But I was going to take an internship at an entertainment company that specialized in clowns for children's birthday parties. Oh my God, I can't even say it with a straight face. So that was my plan. Okay, I'm going to take this internship. And this internship for very little to no money. So then I can learn the business that way. And then I'll be able to audition more and get more auditions because they're going to show me the ropes and I'm going to learn all about union rules through that way. And then I can audition and take the city by storm. And And also they were gracious enough to let me work as one of their children party clowns. So gracious. So gracious. So that's what I did. I interned as at a entertainment company. So it turns out this internship was not an internship. Now that I've spent time working with college students and helping with college recruiting programs and placement programs and seeing what real internships look like, this was not an internship, you guys. It was just, you know, it was indentured servitude. It was crazy. It was crazy. They didn't know anything about SAG or after union rules. They had no idea. So they had me in there to do all the work for very little money, and they expected me with my ambition to just figure it out and then teach them. That was the plan, which is not how internships go. And I did that for a while too. So looking back, now I can say what that whole thing was just a form of distraction. Just a form of distraction that I put in place to avoid doing the thing I wanted to, because I was afraid to do the thing I wanted to. I hated walking into the rooms and feeling like I didn't know what I was doing. I hated walking into a room and realizing everyone here looks exactly like me. I hated walking in and bombing an audition and feeling embarrassed. I hated knowing that there was a likelihood I won't get this, and then that fear crept in, like, this won't happen for me. Everyone told me it wouldn't happen for me, and they were right, and then I compounded that on my own insecurities and fear. So taking that internship, like, I can look back now and say, that's not how you become an actor. Taking an internship, that's not how you do it. You do it by taking workshops and working on your craft and getting out there. And yes, you can take a side job to make money if you're struggling. That makes sense. But preferably something within your industry, or just keep plugging at it. Keep plugging at it. Keep plugging at it. Keep plugging at it. But that was before I did all my crazy mindset work. So it was just another form of distraction that I set up to feed into the blockage of fear that had already been established. And that fear kept me from doing the thing. So I came up with I enabled myself to do this totally different scenario just so I wouldn't have to deal with the fear of that thing. Because I should have just auditioned more. Honestly, a week, 2 weeks, that's nothing. That's nothing. And I did get better. And I look back and say, wow, what would have happened if I'd stayed and done all those auditions? A lot of other things wouldn't have happened. And I did make the best use of my time, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't give it enough time. I didn't give concentrated effort. I didn't put in the hours needed. I didn't do that. Instead, I found a cover. So then I can feel like I was still busy, but I was busy doing something completely unrelated to what I really wanted to do. And that's why I challenge you all. Really start to be aware of the distractions you're putting up for yourself. How many times have you said, oh gosh, I really want to do this thing. You know what? I got an idea. I'm going to go about it in a completely different way. And then I will get involved in that thing through a back entrance. There is no back entrance, okay? There is no back entrance. There is no easy, super secret, easy route to anything. You're gonna have to, if you want something, you're gonna have to put in the hours, and you're gonna have to put in a concerted, focused effort to persevere and keep going through it. That's where mindset comes in, because you have to remind yourself every day, I can do this. I'm going to do this. Sometimes there'll be challenges. Sometimes there'll be blockages that you set up for yourself because deep down you don't believe you can do it, or you're listening to critics that tell you that you can't do it and you're believing them. And they mean well. The people that are closest to you in life will often be your biggest critics when you're going after your dream, not because they don't love you, but because they do, and they don't understand. And so they're trying to protect you from what they think is certain doom, because they don't know. And also that's what your fear is for too. Fear is an emotion that was installed in humans originally to protect us from things that could endanger our lives. Like if a lion is chasing you, yeah, you should be afraid and you should run. But over the years, we've let our fear impulse run rampant and control every aspect of our life. So even things that really won't kill us, we will shy away from just because of fear. So that's where you have to get things under control. You don't have to let your fear impulse run rampant unchecked forever and ever. It means well. That's why it was installed there. But just if it's not kind of put in check and harnessed for your benefit, it'll end up destroying you and then you don't get anything done. So I challenge you all, whenever you find yourself just too busy, too busy, I'm working on this, I'm working on that, or if you look around your life like, gosh, I'm so far off the mark and I'm so tired, start challenging yourself, like, what am I doing? What's my plan? And what parts of my plan are really just big distractions that I'm putting up for myself, just so then I don't have to confront the thing that I really want to do but I'm afraid to do. Just so I don't have to write. Just so I don't have to make that phone call. Just so I don't have to go to another potentially bad audition. Just so I don't have to practice anymore because my last audition was crap and I have to work on this song. Just so I don't have to be rejected. Just so I don't have to submit one more portfolio request to have someone mock it. Challenge yourself. What are you doing to distract yourself from the actual thing you're supposed to be doing? Identify it. There is power in identifying the thing that is holding you back. Identifying the blockage. You can't get rid of it if you don't identify it. If you don't confront it. If you try to bury it, it will just fester. You'll never eradicate it, and then you'll just keep the cycle going forever and ever. That's just how it is. So confront it and say, what am I distracting myself from? What is the thing I should be doing? What you should be doing is the art. Plain and simple. That's what you should be doing. If you're trying to go at it from a different angle, ask yourself why? Why? What am I so afraid of? Once you can start dissecting that, you deserve to walk right in through the front door with the red carpet. Just plow on in. Just be courageous and go straight at it. This whole idea of going a super secret route or going like a backdoor thing, that rarely works. There aren't a lot of success stories there. Now I've known people that started doing their art and discovered something else they liked better, but they started doing the art first. They didn't go at it from another angle like, well, I really want to be this, but I'm going to do this instead. Just start with what you're going to do. And if you're open, other things will come into play. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys can't hear my sweet but rotten little dogs outside the door. They're so ridiculous. They're mad because I'm in here. So right now, they're a distraction. To me, a different kind of distraction though. So that is my thoughts for today. Thinking about distraction. What are you letting yourself be distracted from? How are you trying to go the easy route, the safe route? If you're doing something big, there's really no safe route to anything. Whether it's a big dream or a little dream or just something that makes you nervous. If there's something that you want to do, ultimately, if you want it to happen, you have to do that thing. You can't be a writer not writing. You can't be a dancer not dancing. You can't be a painter not painting. You have to do the thing. And you love to do the thing, so do the thing. So I hope that helps on this very, very, very cold day on the northeast or the East Coast. God, it's so cold, you guys. And yeah, and please don't come at me with the whole like, well, you're from the Northeast, you should be used to the cold. There's a reason I left there, because it was cold. And I'm living in a temperate climate, and I'd like it to be temperate again. So yeah, so please, there's a reason, I realize that, and there's a reason I left it. So stay warm. If you're currently warm, go ahead and brag about it in the comments so I can live vicariously through you and have sunny, fun dreams about how I wish I was there. Maybe I'll do a class there just so you can see you and stay warm. All right. Hope that's helped. Stop distracting yourself, guys. It's craziness. It's craziness. If you are working part-time as a children's party entertainer clown and you're making a good living at that, have fun. I did not have fun. But if that's your jam, go for it. But it was not mine, and I did not have fun at all. But I hope that helped. All right. I'm going to call it a night, and maybe I'll do some more live streams next week. Maybe I'll do something different. We will see. But yeah, if you're watching this on replay, leave some comments, leave some messages. If there's a topic you want me to kind of talk about, shoot me a message, shoot me a DM, and I'm happy to talk about different topics in the future. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one directly, and we can just break it down, what you are working through, and really target where your blockages are, what's distracting you, and kind of think through your immediate steps and your long-term goals, happy to do it. Just go ahead and set up some time with me, and we can make that happen. In the meantime, I will see you all next live stream, and have a wonderful evening. Bye.